Hey there, Leo. It's Jen here. I'm doing your reading for March 2021. Thanks for joining me. Um, so I was meditating and got some messages that I'll share with you while I'm shuffling and laying out the cards, which proves to be more challenging with these easels than see. So I'm not sure. Oh, fuck. I don't know why I have so much trouble with these. Okay. Okay, this one Trevor Hall song has been coming up for pretty much every sign. It's called The Return. And I'm not even sure. I don't have the lyrics up again, but I either the computer that you can look up song lyrics online, and there are some that are wrong that I just know are wrong. So these, I'm almost wondering if there are a couple words that were off, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that it says something else and it makes more sense. But anyway, what I heard in my brain, regardless, was I know I've been running away, but now I'm here to stay. So, making a decision this month about career, friendships, romantic relationships. Are you in or out? I feel like you're going to have to make that some sort of commitment. Are you in or out? I mean, it could be super mundane, like are you going to keep your gym membership when you can't really go or not? But I do feel for most of you it's either romantic or career. I saw the card, but I don't use this deck enough to even know what it was. Okay, let's keep reading. Okay, so there was this theme that you're feeling really uninspired. And because that's not something Leo likes, Leo is driven and enthusiastic and likes to be inspired. It motivates them. It's a motivator in life for them. That you just decide. So was getting a Four of Cups energy, and it's like you decide, instead of waiting for something to come along, to actively figure out how to get your inspiration back by channeling your creativity. So it's just the desire not to be that way. And I got sort of then a magician energy of understanding you have everything. You have everything within you to be happy. It's all there right from the get-go. You just have to figure out how to make how to make yourself happy. And a lot of times I think we look towards external things. Am I in a relationship? Do I have a certain level of career? Do I own my own home? And especially in the US, do I, by these external things we can check off and tangibly show people. And versus realizing that I am whole and 100% and complete by myself in whatever whether I rent or own or make six figures or minimum wage. That's yeah, sure, being financially stable would certainly help with security. But as far as true happiness, I mean, it's sort of interesting how many people reach fame, and then either commit suicide or die young from overdoses. Like, does being a star, does being rich really make you happy? I mean, I don't know. So I'm not, and I'm sorry if that was triggering. I'm not trying to say that's going to happen at all. But having that realization that no, it's like an exciting, like this is all within me. And just letting go of some of that drive to of a certain societal construct of what being a good person is or a successful person. Um, so I also see some of you either staying up really late and doing something creative, or getting up really early and doing something. It's your creative time. And so as your inspiration comes back, you're inspired to create, and it's like it flows through you instead of um, you thinking it up and writing it down. It's almost like it just is a download through you. It's a very spiritual experience for you. Some of you are in denial about how you feel. So either, or this could be someone around you. So it's either you are having trouble really committing to someone or sharing your feelings. You're denying them, though. You're like, oh, they're okay. I don't know. You're holding back, or you're with someone and saying I love you and going through the motions, but your heart isn't really in it anymore. Um, and you may find yourself escaping, either maybe exercising, like putting your exercise into time that you could be spending together when you could do it another time, working a lot, avoidance type behaviors. Um, okay, so let's look at your cards. King of Cups at the bottom, and the Hierophant. Yeah, so the Hierophant for me is social constructs. It's also, though, so it can be the more mundane, worrying about your parents following rules. And then it could be kind of what I'm seeing with the King of Cups, is he's meditating, he's um, connecting spiritually, and is less interested in material things. He's more interested in his inner world and how he feels connected. So either the Hierophant can be um, uh, big structures, so government, schools, big companies, kind of big structured things, or it can be, again, that spiritual side of it. So this is an underlying theme for you, Leo. And I could see that because you were feeling expired. That was weird. Inspired. And I just see you really getting more. This is happening for a couple signs, really getting more in touch with your spiritual side. I love this card. Oh, I love this card. Makes me want to cry, though. So you could be reconnecting with someone or something from your childhood or from when you were younger, which is relative to however old you are. It's really about the simple things in life. What is more fun to a little kid than having a dog and a ball and going outside and throwing that ball with the dog? I mean, those are things you just love to do as kids. But it's simple. It's appreciating and seeing the wonder and joy in just everything. And choosing to appreciate instead of looking at everything critically and negatively and comparing us and other people and judging, and just saying, none of that shit is important, and it just brings negativity and um, robs me of joy and appreciation and calmness and peace and all those things. I mean, that King of Cups, he's meditating. He's in a good place. You may take up meditation, which is something else that's coming up. The Victory card, look at that. So something you like to do as a child, or when you were younger, always thought you wanted to do, you may get back into that. It may look a little different as an adult, but maybe you like to draw cartoons or color when you were little, and now you're exploring digital art or some, writing your own comic books, whatever it is. I see it that it could actually be very successful for you. And it's definitely, even if it's not externally successful, internally, it brings you an incredible amount of joy um, to your life that you I don't know if you're missing. You may not have missed something you didn't know was there, but it's really exciting. Chariot, wow. Making a plan, taking action, making things happen again, and a more action oriented instead of waiting for that Four of Cups energy I was getting in the message before, instead of just sitting there waiting for life to bring you something, you actively go out and seek it and find it. Was that your reading or was that the reading before you? I get them confused. That may have been Taurus. I do feel a connection with Taurus for you guys. But the Chariot says, okay, where was I going? And what was my goal? What did I hope for my life? Okay, what things are external and aren't fucking important? Now I'm house poor, or you know what I mean? You're like, now that I've experienced that, I realize that's less. It's great, but it's not. There are pluses and minuses to everything. But what did I feel inspired about? What did I really long to do? What did I want to spend my time doing? Where did I want to live? What did I want to be able to experience? And looking at where you are, and if you're off that path, making a plan and taking action to get back on it. And I see you really, really motivated and inspired in March to tap into this creative side of you. And it doesn't have to be traditionally artistic, although I do see it being that. It just could be this part of you that feeds your soul, regardless of what it is. Seven of Pentacles. You've been patient for this. Maybe you did have to save up some money. Maybe you want to have a small organic farm, or I don't know, have a yard so you can do something, whatever. Have the environment really match what you like to do, your lifestyle and things like that. And maybe you've had to save up money to do that, or you had to wait for a lease to get, maybe you had to get through school. There was some sort of timing but you were still nurturing this. You were still putting money away. You were still planning. And that is beginning to bear fruit. So you've been patient enough. It is time to move on, to move forward. If you've been trying to figure out if you've done enough, you've waited, you've tried hard enough, is it time should it stay or move on? It does appear to be saying moving on. Queen of Pentacles, maybe that's the Taurus energy. I love the colors in these cards. Look at all the different shades of green and brown. Oh, I just love it. I just love it. Gorgeous. This earth energy, all of this as inspired and exciting, and how much action you're taking, it's all balanced with this groundedness and this being in touch with your spirituality. And it's all coming together to take action in your life, but from a different place maybe than previously. And it's as focused as you were previously, maybe on external victories. You're realizing the internal victories, the things that no one else sees, that you're giving yourself credit for and counting as wins, and how much even more rewarding that is to you than getting external validation. What's paired? Wow. the King and Queen of Pentacles. So we have a couple, we have a match, we have a sustainable relationship. Whatever you're building and moving towards right now is going to really make you feel, if you had trouble with anxiety or things like that, this inner work, you're going to feel much more grounded and settled and happy and comfortable in your own skin and how you're living your life. These things will be sustainable. They'll last. They'll be long lasting, and your patience is going to pay off. I also see some of you saying, like, life's too short. I'm just going to go for it. To some people, it may seem somewhat sudden, but I think you've been planning it since you were a child in some ways. So for you, it's like, finally, like, how, I can't wait. What am I waiting for? I've been waiting way longer than I should have. So it's just interesting how people, depending on your perspective, right, how things appear. So, oh, they're being hasty, and for you, it feels like you wasted parts of your life because you hadn't been pursuing it. Okay, well, thank you, Leo. I hope you have a wonderful March. If you want to like, share, or subscribe, I would certainly appreciate it. And if not, I'll see you at another video. Take care.